I want to share something personal with you today. It's about my experience living with bipolar disorder. Now, let me be clear. These words are not easy to say, but they're real, and they matter. Having bipolar disorder means living in two worlds. One moment, the sky is painted with brilliant colors, and I feel as if I can soar. I could conquer mountains, dance on the rooftops, embrace life with every fiber of my being. But then there's the other side, a dark tunnel where sunshine cannot reach. I remember the first serious depressive episode I had. It creeps in slowly, like a fog settled over a once vibrant landscape. I found myself waking up each day, with the weight of an anchor pulling me down. Every task felt monumental. Brushing my teeth? A marathon. Opening the curtains? Climbing Everest. When I hit that low, it was as if the world was muted, stripped of color and sound. Friends could reach out, but their voices felt distant, like echoes from another dimension. They'd say, "I'm here for you," but that hand they extended felt like it was miles away, just out of reach. I remember talking to my therapist about this heaviness. I'd walk into our sessions, heartbeat racing, feeling like a ghost in my own life. I longed for guidance. The struggle for understanding was relentless. And at the core, there was this insatiable loneliness that refused to leave. But then, at some point, it happened. An inability to cope took over, and the world around me twisted into something I could no longer recognize. I was spiraling. I needed support, but I didn't know how to ask for it. That's when the decision was made, not by me, but by those around me. Out of concern, they thought I needed help, and I found myself in a mental institution, a place that felt like both a refuge and a prison. Imagine for a moment waking up in a sterile room, the walls painted in shades of dullness, the beeping of machines, the soft footsteps of nurses. It was overwhelming, and I felt a mix of gratitude and panic. They didn't know me. They didn't know my story, yet they were there, tasked with pulling me back from the edge. I fought against the boundaries set for me. I didn't want to be here. I wanted to escape, find comfort in familiar chaos, rather than the unknown solace they promised. Every session with the psychiatrist felt like a tug of war, my mind wrestling against the simplicity they sought to explain. Medication, therapy, these were words tossed around, powerful yet daunting. During those days, I learned more about myself than I ever thought possible. I met individuals from all walks of life, each carrying their own heavy burdens. We shared stories, we laughed, cried, and sometimes just sat in silence together. In that shared space, I found connection where I least expected it, among those who understood the struggle. It wasn't just about my bipolar disorder, it was about the shared human experience, the highs and lows, the vulnerability that comes with being alive. I realized that our scars tell our stories. They stitch together who we are, reminding us of battles fought and won. But let me tell you this, the journey doesn't end at discharge. Awareness is just the beginning. Living with bipolar disorder is an ongoing process, a constant learning experience. I may have spent time in a facility, but that didn't define me. It was a chapter, not the whole book. Coming back to the outside world brought fresh challenges, yet I was armed with new insights. I learned how to speak about my condition, to advocate for myself, and to foster a support system that makes me stronger instead of the isolation I once felt. So here I am navigating this space with courage. I'm still learning, still growing. I'm embracing both worlds, the chaotic highs and the crushing lows, because they are all part of me. And if you're listening, if you're struggling, know that you're not alone. It's okay to seek help, to reach out, to find strength in vulnerability. Life is intricate. It's a tapestry woven with emotional threads, and together, we can create a masterpiece from the chaos. Keep going. Your story is still being written.